In this video today, we're going to cover Want Accounting's search functionality and how that can examine all client data and bring attention to significant activity in different ways. Within this search functionality, we'll also show how you can create custom alerts for clients and how that functionality works as well. As you can see here, we're in the command center, and to navigate into our search console, simply go down the left side and click the search icon. And this functions both as a simple search and an advanced search. So to start for a simple search, let's use a frequent example for us, gift. And what we can see here is that we have populated everywhere across all client data connected to this database where the word gift occurs. So whether it's in the name, gift cards, whether it's in an account name or a memo, we will be able to populate that information and give you the ability to see how frequent these gift expenses occur. And that parameter will work for any terminology. So if we search the term debt, we can see memos to pay outstanding debt, account names with bad debt. And you'll get the picture. The same with insurance. All the transactions that say insurance. And this is a useful tool. Something that you can get a quick grab of information if you're looking for some certain activity or just to see how frequently maybe your clients use terms that they shouldn't. But where the power of the search really steps in is in the advanced search functionality. And what this is a multi-operator search condition where you can come in and set what field we search, the operator in which it searches by, and what the actual value is. So for this example, again, let's use gift. So we'll select the memo and we'll select the term contains. If it contains it, that means it occurs in the memo. If it equals, that means it's exactly as is written. And we'll type gift and click search. And you can see here now that it's brought in all of the places where gift occurs in the memo. Gift, 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 gift. Same where if we were to say debt. Memo contains debt. Pay outstanding debt, 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 debt. You can see all that. And this is a multi-operator search functionality. So we can actually add in more conditions to narrow down our results or broaden our results. So what I want to do is get this down to just show this accounts receivable for purposes of example. So I'm going to add in a condition, and you can see here I'm selecting the and or the or. So I'm going to select and I'm going to add the condition right here. And I want this to say the account name contains receivable. Now I'm going to hit search. And you can see now I have just brought in this one transaction, something I'm specifically looking for. I could get more results by changing my condition. I could say or. You can see it moves because these are now on the same level because it's looking for two different conditions to apply. So it's going to say, I'm looking for a memo that contains debt or an account name that contains receivable. And you can see here now if I hit search, it's going to pull a lot more results. So what I want to do now is I want to add in another operator over all of this to show me transactions that occur that are over $100,000. Let's say. So I can add in a new condition, and I'm going to select and. So I want this to search over the memo contains debt and the account name contains receivable. I wanted to search those two things first, and then I want to add this next condition. And so to do that, you can see I can select this individual parameter or this individual parameter, but that will add my AND operator to just one of these. Where I want to add it is over all of it. So you can see how we've highlighted this whole field. So I'm going to click right there. And now I would like the net to be greater than 100,000. And I'm going to click search now. And you can see here I filtered out, I've got accounts receivable, and I've pulled in all the transactions that are greater than 100,000. If you've created some search parameters that you enjoy or that are very useful for you to use on a routine basis, you have a few options that you can do with that as well. Over here you see this small arrow, and that will populate out a few different tabs. An alerts tab, a favorites tab, and a recents tab. Your recents is going to be a handful of your most recent searches. You can see this scales back to 3/15/2023. It's currently the 17th, so not too far back. But if there's something in here that you enjoy, like this search that we did earlier in the video, you have the ability to star that and create a favorite. By hitting this save icon, it'll always be available for you to utilize. And so you can see here now we have this demo search. And if I were to clear this out, clear out everything, and just hit, we can see here now that I have cleared out all my parameters. I can actually come back in here and it will repopulate all that information. Hit search and it'll redo that same search. And you'll also have the ability to create alerts based off of this. You can see here we have several pre-populated alerts that we have set up in our demo database. These are things that we can also set up for clients and for users of the product. And so if you have any questions about what these alerts are, we can give you some information for your individual database. But you have the ability to create your own custom alerts as well. So for demo purposes today, we're going to do something relatively simple. Within the Once Accounting demo, I have put a parameter in that I want to search for. And so I'm going to say that this field, I'm looking for the memo, contains, and I'm going to look for test alert. And I'm going to hit search. You'll see that the Once Accounting demo company has populated that test alert. What I'm going to do now is create an alert off of this. And so you can see that I have toggled this window out to create an alert. Selected the alerts tab. I'm going to click create new alert. I'm going to name this test alert and test alert. Descriptions are helpful for more in-depth alerts. And so if your title can be something more simple, that's what the description is for, is to help you get more detail or give more detail to the user who's clearing that alert. Your condition is one of two things, count or net. So count is if this occurs, period. Net is the actual amount that occurs in that transaction. So you can see this net field right here. So I could create my operator to go off of net and say greater than 200, and this alert would show up. But I just want to be able to pull the parameter anytime this client uses test alert. So I'm going to say count equals 1. So anytime this happens in a client's books, I will be able to receive an alert off of that. Within this, you can get more in-depth and just filter it down to the company name is Once Accounting Demo Company, and it'll only show up there. But for the purposes today, we're just going to use this simple parameter to create this alert. So now I'm going to hit save. If you come down here, you'll see test alert. That's what we're looking for. So now I'm back in the command center, and I've created that alert that should populate. But you'll see here that I actually haven't created that alert yet. If you scroll through all these alerts for the Once Accounting Demo Company, you'll note that that alert doesn't exist. What I need to do is actually regather in that data, or wait until we gather in the data each night, and it'll create that new alert. So for the purposes of the demo, I'm going to regather the data. So I'm going to go to the Once Accounting Demo Company, again, Command Center, Once Accounting Demo, select the companies, go through, toggle the screen of view. You'll see this is where I regather my transactions. So I'm going to gather my transactions. It's going to queue back out to QuickBooks and eventually start populating in that data once again. So now you can see that I've regathered in this data. Onboarding is complete. I'm going to dismiss this alert. Come back down. And I'm going to reload and refresh my browser just to clear anything out. And so now I'm back in the command center after reloading my data. I can come into the alerts for the Once Accounting Demo Company. And if I scroll down to the bottom, you'll see there's my test alert. And it's going to pull up that same transaction that showed up in our search parameters. And I've created an alert using our search engine. Now, the real power of this functionality occurs when circumstances arise that affect a good majority of your clients. Things like tax law changes, or more recently, PPP loans. And what users of our platform were able to do is find the details of their client's PPP loans and create alerts off of that without having to actually wait for the client to notify them. So you can come in here and create parameters around those PPP loans, when they began, when rent checks were paid, to help your clients better track and receive the forgiveness for those loans. And so using this tool, a CPA firm was able to help all of their clients that received PPP loans not only track them, but make sure that they got forgiven within the original windows. And of course, you could get more detailed. You could create PPP. You can encourage your clients to say, hey, when you are writing a check out, be sure to include PPP in the memo or in an account name so that we're able to track and help you keep notified. And so you can understand the power and the impact that this tool was able to provide, this search function was able to provide CPA firms as they advise their clients through a stressful time. And you will be able to use this tool in similar circumstances, whether it's for an economic situation that's affecting a large amount of your clients, or just a crisis that's affecting one client. Using this search tool to create a finger on the pulse of what's going on inside your client's data is a valuable tool for your firm. In later videos, we'll continue to walk through some functionality of the platform and the benchmarking center, the tax center, always touching in the command center as well. But if you have any questions about your database or getting started with Once Accounting, please feel free to reach out.